Welcome back to Custom Carnage. I'd like to thank you all for joining us here tonight as we kick off our quarterfinal matchups with our final 16 cars that'll be competing tonight. To move on to that semifinal matchups, let's meet our first 4 cars that will be competing tonight. Starting off with Farrell Patrick from Farrell Mods in the 2001 Honda Sprocket. Next up, we've got Uncle Elvis from Uncle Elvis Racing in the 2008 Lancer Evolution. Next up, we've got J-Bo from Dog Squad Racing in the 1999 Ford GT, and he has DA riding shotgun with him. God help us.
Alien Power!
And our last car in this heat will be Victor Fastlane from Knobby Ridge Raceway in the 2012 Maximum Leeway. Kicking us off tonight, up front, we're going to have Farrell Patrick on the inside, Uncle Elvis on the out. In the back row, we'll have J-Bo on the inside with DA, and Victor Fastlane on the out in that back row.
Hey, J-Bo, did you know Racing Rick's a dumbass? Let's show him what we got.
And we are off. It is a good smooth takeoff by all 4 here, as it is Uncle Elvis and Farrell Patrick in a battle there. We Farrell Patrick taking over first place, as Farrell Patrick and Uncle Elvis are starting to separate themselves from the other 2 coming down here into that Widowmaker run. It will be Farrell Patrick, Uncle Elvis, J-Bo, and Victor Fastlane. It was Farrell Patrick and Uncle Elvis looking like the 2 cars to beat here in lap number 1, folks. So we get ready for lap number 2. And we are off. It is Uncle Elvis that takes that lead. But look at there. Farrell Patrick's putting in a blocker on Victor Fastlane as we come down here. Uncle Elvis has got a nice 3 or 4 car lead coming down here. And it looks like Farrell Patrick's trying to make his way around J-Bo there. Can he do it? No, it's going to be Uncle Elvis, J-Bo, Farrell Patrick, Victor Fastlane.
Let's go, J-Bo.
Yes, DA J-Bo needs to get it going on, but he's right here in this thing. He's in 3rd place as they are off. It is one heck of a tight group going into that first set of turns. Now J-Bo does take that lead. Uh-oh, Farrell Patrick's riding the rails there, and he gets sideways. He's going to fall way behind here as J-Bo does have that lead. Farrell Patrick's still in it. He's going to pick up a point here, folks. That's about it. He's a mile behind. It will be J-Bo, Victor Fastlane, Uncle Elvis, Farrell Patrick.
I know what place he's in, dumbass. We got you right where we want you.
Watch it there, DA. You do know this is not your show. This is my show. Custom Carnage is all about me and these race cars. It ain't about you, so shut the hell up. And we are off. It is Victor Fastlane out to a lead right there as he's battling it out. Patrick's trying to get around him, but no, Victor is going to really put the block in there on that's going to work good for him as he's still sitting in first place. Coming down here to that final stretch, it is Victor Fastlane, Farrell Patrick, Uncle Elvis, J-Bo. And here you have it, folks. It will be Uncle Elvis, the first car moving on to that semi-final matchup. We're going to have ourselves a race off best 2 out of 3 between Farrell Patrick and J-Bo there with DA. And Victor Fastlane, you put on one heck of a show. Had a nice run. Hate to see you go, but hope to see you back here again real soon, folks. Let's head back up to the top of the Cometel Raceway.
You knows what I say. More racing, more times to drinks.
Yeah, DA, you know what I always say. You're a drunken lush of an alien. We're back up at the top of the Cometel for this best 2 out of 3. It is Farrell Patrick's going to take that inside lead. And he does take that lead right off the bat. And can he hold it, though? He's got to keep this thing on the track because J-Bo is not going to give up that easily. But look at Farrell Patrick really extending his lead coming down here to Widowmaker run. It will be Farrell Patrick taking lap 1.
That's okay, J-Bo. I'm not scared at all.
It's all good there, DAs. I know J-Bo will give it all he's got here, but he's behind right now, and he needs to win this one. If he loses this, he's out of here, folks. And it is Farrell Patrick with a huge lead. Once again, he's a flying down this track. And it will be Farrell Patrick moving on to round number 2. Sorry, J-Bo. Sorry, DA. Kicking off our second heat of the night is going to be Slick Fitty from Stupid Fish Racing in the 2008 Lancer Evolution. And he's back the wily one, Wily Willie G from Polk County Diecast Racing in his 2012 Camaro. Next up is Papa Pugsley from Manchild Motorsports in his BMW 24. Next up is the gnarly one. It is Chuck Gnarly from Ironbeard Customs in the 2020 Lethal Diesel. Kicking us off here in heat number 2 will be up front. Slick Fitty on the inside, Wild Willie on the out. In the back row, Papa Pugsley on the inside and Chuck Gnarly on the out. And these 4 are off. It is a tight group going into that first set of turns, coming out of that first set of turns. And it will be Slick Bitty taking that lead there as he puts in a little bit of a block there on Wild Willie. Coming down here into the end, folks, it will be Slick Bitty, Wild Willie, Papa Pugsley, and a DNF by Chuck Gnarly. Chuck Gnarly got the DNF last round. He cannot be affording that here in this group. This is a good, tight group of racing going on here once again, folks, as we come down to that first turn. And it will be Chuck Gnarly getting loose, allowing a Slick 50 to slide in there past him. Coming down here to Widowmaker Run we go. Uh-oh, Papa Pugsley got loose. A Slick 50 slides into second. It will be Wild Willie, Slick 50, Papa Pugsley, Chuck Gnarly. We got Slick 50 and Wild Willie G in a tight race up there. They're the 2 lead cars here so far, and we are off. Here comes Slick 50 moving into second place right off the bat there, as he is hot tonight here, folks. Looking for a spot here to get a past Papa Pugsley. As Papa Pugsley's now loose there on Widowmaker Run. Holy cow. Here he comes. I think we're going to have a tie, folks. I think it's going to be Papa Pugsley, Slick 50, followed up by Chuck Gnarly and Wild Willie. Let's check out a replay. Let's check this out as it was Papa Pugsley getting loose coming down off of that hill there in Widowmaker Run. Slick 50 tries to make a late charge there on him, and he does, but I think it's going to end up being a tie. Looking at both frames, it's definitely a tie to me. Looky here, folks, it will be Slick 50 moving on to that Elite 8, but Papa Pugsley and Wild Willie G's in a real battle there. Chuck Gnarly, he's racing for pride at this point, folks, as he does have that lead. And here we go. No, looky there, Slick 50 is slicking this slid right up past him. He takes over first place. Man, is he hot tonight. Coming down here to Widowmaker Run, it will be Slick 50, Chuck Gnarly, Wild Willie G, Papa Pugsley. Slick 50 was almost perfect there, but they only had 1 second place finish. The rest were all first place. He was hot tonight. He will be moving on to that Elite 8. Wild Willie G will be joining him. He just beating out Papa Pugsley. And Chuck Gnarly both have been eliminated now. Hate to see Papa Pugsley and Chuck Gnarly go there. But we hope to see you back here real soon. Let's meet our next 4 cars competing in heat number 3 of the night. Kicking off heat number 3 is going to be Zeus from E67 Diecast Race Team in the 2020 Corvette. Next up is the classy one. It is Sophisticated Patrick from Feral Mods in the 2003 Cadillac. Next up, as he is ice cold out there on that track, it is the Iceman from Iceman Racing, racing his Turbulence. Aloha! It is Griffin Soul from Griffin Soul Diecast Motorsports in his Honda Civic. Starting us off this group up front, we have Zeus on the inside, Sophisticated Patrick on the out. In the back row, we have Iceman on the inside and Griffin Soul on the out. Good luck to these 4. And we are off. It is a great start by all. What a nice battle we got going on here. As it is Zeus taking that lead over there. He's battling it out. Sophisticated Patrick. Oh, looky there. Ice-T slides into second place. We lost Griffin Soul back up there on that killer straight. It will be Zeus, Iceman, Sophisticated Patrick. And it was Zeus taking lap number 1 as we're back up at the top of the Comitel Raceway here, ready for lap number 2. We are off. It is another tight group coming into that first set of turns. Out of that first set of turns now, it is Sophisticated Patrick that has that lead going down here in the drifter straight. Uh-oh, Iceman spun out. That's going to allow Zeus to take over second. We're going to come down here. It's going to be Patrick, Zeus, Iceman, Griffin Soul. That DNF in lap number 1 by Griffin Soul has really put him behind the 8 ball here, folks. He needs to really get it going on right now if he wants to move on. It is another smooth start by everyone. Oh, look, Ice-T got a little loose right there. Ice-T does have that lead with Griffin Soul in second place. Griffin Soul's trying to find a spot to get away from him. Now Ice-T pulls further out here, coming down here to that Widowmaker Run. It will be Iceman, Griffin Soul, Zeus, Sophisticated Patrick. This is going to be interesting, folks, as once again we got a 3-way battle as to who's going to be moving on to that Elite 8. Unfortunately, Griffin Soul, he's racing for pride here, folks, as he does have that lead. Nope. It's going to be Zeus that takes over that lead, as you've got Sophisticated Patrick trying to whip his way into second place, trying to get around Griffin Soul. Can he do it? Don't look like it. It's going to be Zeus, Griffin Soul, Sophisticated Patrick, Iceman. And here is how our final points played out for that heat, folks, as it will be Zeus and Iceman moving on to that Elite 8 status. Sophisticated Patrick, Griffin Soul, you both been eliminated. Hate to see you go there. Hope to see you back here real soon. I'd like to see another Sophisticated Patrick dressed up car coming back. That would be so cool. I want to see all these cars come back because all these cars are really cool. But let's meet our next 4 cars that will be competing tonight. Kicking off our 4th and final heat of the night, it will be Craigster Sr. and Black Rat from Hot Nuts Diecast He'll be driving his mod rod. Next up, we got Arlo from Arlo Racing in his Hot Wheels Jackhammer. Here we have Zip and Zeke from Hot Nuts Diecast, racing in the 2021 Lucid Air. Our last car joining us in this build of 16, trying to get into that final 8, will be Steve Chase from Chase Family Racing in the 2003 Hot Wheels Track Tune. Kicking off our fourth and final heat of the night, up front we have Craig Senior on the inside, Arlo on the out. In the back row of Zip and Zeke on the inside and Steve Chase on the out. Good luck to these four trying to make that Elite 8. And we are off of race number 1 to this. Craig Senior takes that early lead. Look at Zip and Zeke, they're trying to move into second, but a big burst of speed there by Arlo as he takes over first place. Coming down here into that slingshot. What a battle that was there, folks, as it will be Arlo, Craig Senior, Zip and Zeke, Steve Chase. Arlo with that supercharged run there took first place that last lap. What will happen here in lap number 2 is we're back up at the top of the comment tail. And we are off. Wow. Arlo's still hot. Boy, he flew out of that gate. Zip and Zeke trying to make us move in there to second place. No. Oh, Craig Senior rolls it over there in that Armageddon corner. That's not good for our number 1 ranked car coming into this would have been. It will be Arlo again. Zip and Zeke, Steve Chase, and a DNF for Craig Senior. This definitely looks like Arlo's going to be moving on to that Elite 8 here, folks. As Zip and Z, Craig Senior, and Steve Chase are really in a battle here. And it is Steve Chase that takes that early lead. Come down and look at Arlo moving into second place right there. As Steve Chase has got a huge lead now here, folks. Coming down here to Widowmaker run, it will be Steve Chase, Arlo, Zip and Z, Craig Senior. It looks like Craig Senior, who came in with the fastest time in qualifying, is going to be eliminated, and Arlo will be moving on, but who will be joining us? Here we go. Just like last time, it is Steve out front, followed up there by Arlo. All 4 cars having a nice clean run here, folks. This is going to be a tight one coming down here, though. It will be Steve Chase, Arlo, Craig Senior, Zip and Zeke. And here you have it, folks. It will be Arlo and Steve Chase making that Elite 8. As Zip and Zeke and Craig Senior, both from Hot Nuts Diecast, have been eliminated here in the Celestial 16. Hate to see you go, Hot Nuts Diecast, but I hope to see you back here again real soon. Well, folks, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us in this action-packed night of racing we had. I can't wait to see what the Elite 8 has in store for us. As I'd also like to thank each and every one you see here on the screen for making this channel possible. Remember, folks, a kind word goes a long way. Let's spread those kind words as we go about our day. Even if we're having a bad day, let's give somebody some kind words and help out their day. It'll probably make you feel better too, along with definitely making them feel better. Until next time, race fans, happy racing and God bless.